Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Reddit on Reddit. I'm Fernando.
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Reddit on Reddit. I'm Fernando.
And I'm Freddy.
All right.
Okay, and so today's episode is another AITA.
AITA.
I'm gonna just jump right in. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Can I get a mic test?
Mic test, 1, 2, 3.
Mic test. I'm ready. Okay.
Let's do it.
AITA for using deception and getting a woman arrested.
Ooh.
This happened many months ago. I own a small convenience store, think a bodega, so East Coast, in a more rural part of Ontario, Canada. Oh, Canada. A woman was in here window shopping, and my son said he believed he saw her put some fruit in her coat. It was maybe only $1, but I won't abide by shoplifting. I know what I can and cannot do. I can't search her person. I can't prevent her from leaving. If I did either, it would come back to bite me in the butt if she is innocent. I can, however, talk to her, and if I can deduce she had in fact stolen something, I can prevent her from leaving and call the police. I told her I knew she was stealing something. She denied it. This is where the deception comes in. I told her it was fine. It was just fruit, and we won't prosecute her for something so minor. We just wanted to see what it was so we can keep track of inventory. This is partly true. We'd like to know what leaves the store so we can keep good inventory, and we often donate a lot of food anyways. If she had simply asked for some food staples as she was in need, we'd have no problem giving them to her. She produced 2 cucumbers, some tomatoes, and some oranges. At this point, I had proof she was attempting to shoplift, and I had my son electronically lock the front door and call the police. Call the police. She ended up being escorted out in handcuffs in front of 2 other customers. We pressed charges. We don't know what happened after this. Were we, or I, the a-hole? I used deception to get her to self-incriminate. If she had simply asked for some food, we would have given them. I won't abide by shoplifting, though.
That's rough. The thing is, though, I mean, he pretty much said, we're not going to prosecute. You're not going to jail. Just tell us that you stole it so we can take it out of our inventory. I mean, that's wrong. Like, I mean, if you, I mean, I understand where it's his product and someone's stealing from him, but you don't tell somebody, oh, just confess to it and it's okay. You know, like I don't even know how that would work. Like if you're here in the United States, I don't even know if that would be legal. You know.
From the comments, it seems to be that gives her a case to sue the guy, because he used deception, and that's actually illegal. What did it say? Because it says if you lie to the police and you just say that she was shoplifting, then you've committed the crime now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to include that part that I told her I lied to her and told her this. I mean, because she ended up getting arrested, so I would imagine he probably didn't tell the police the part where he lied to her to get her to confess to show her him the items.
Yeah, that's just kind of messed up.
I think it's just wrong all around. I don't think anyone should ever have to go to jail for being hungry, though. Like, that's just one of those things. Like, I know a lot of people think, oh, yeah, just ask for something. But a lot of people still have dignity and pride. I mean, I know a lot of people think that people just automatically want to take things and live on the dole and take off people and do nothing. But I think a lot of people aren't really like that. I think there's a very small percentage of people who really like, they don't care. They really will, like, pretend to be poor to get money, like professional panhandlers like that. But I think for someone who's literally stealing food, I mean, come on, like that.
I don't know.
She wasn't stealing like filet mignon or something like really expensive. She wasn't stealing whole lobsters. She was hungry, and especially in a time like this when so many people are out of work, I would I couldn't do it. I know, well, a lot of places it's actually illegal to arrest people who eat food like that, like, or steal food, because they have that belief that no one deserves to be hungry. But I think you do get in trouble stealing. Well, I shouldn't say stealing food. You can consume the food in the store. But if you steal the food and leave the store, then they view that as the crime. So
Well,
it's two things. So if you eat it in the store, they view it as you being hungry. So then it's okay. They can just tell you never to come back again. But if you steal the food outside of the store, you leave the store, then it becomes a crime of theft.
well, I mean, I don't know like where, like what countries or that would be, but I mean, like in the United
But no,
States, it's still going to be considered theft.
no,
Um,
there's a lot of places where you could eat the food in the store
I'm
and
wondering if
not go to jail.
I'm
But
wondering
if
if
you
that's like
steal the
a
food,
I'm wondering if that's like a policy of the particular store.
I think it's the city that does that.
Maybe
The
because I
cities
mean,
will make laws like that.
I can't see how a city would say, well, you know what? It's this person's food, but this other person came in and ate it and entered their business with the intent of eating it and then leaving without paying for it. So, I know it's your food, but sorry, you're out of luck. Nothing you can do about it. And I couldn't see how that would be allowed
Well,
because then
I would imagine it's gonna be a grocery store. Like I'm really hungry and I'm starving and I eat a sandwich. I don't think I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have a sandwich here and then I'm gonna go have some soda over here. I mean, I think
right,
it's like
but
a really crime of passion where I'm just eating it really quickly.
but what's stopping if the every homeless person knows that? What's stopping them from just walking into a grocery store every day and eating?
Well, that's why I said they can ask you to never come back after that first time. Then
Right.
you could get hit with trespassing after the first time. So the
Yeah.
first time you know, like I said, I but I still think it's wrong though because I mean morally, I mean this person is hungry. There's not a person on this earth that if you starved would not steal food.
Yeah, but
Like
I
like
understand.
we're all gonna get to that point where we would like even if we didn't want to steal, we would just eat that food like knowing the police are coming to get us.
Yeah, but you got to understand too, like the wrong part is that you're stealing that from somebody else. That person, the shop owner, had to have bought the merchandise. They paid for it already. Then they have it in their shop, and yeah, they're selling it at a higher price to make a profit. But that's how they live. And
Yeah,
if
but then
everybody came into their store and just stole from them, they're not
well,
going to
not
have money
everyone's
to pay
going
their
to, but
bills.
we can't make that kind of generalization. This is someone who's starving, though. This is not going to be
Right.
like Fernando and Freddie are just going to steal. This is literally someone starving, though. So in that sense, it doesn't really equate. So like from a business perspective, you can always write it off. It's a business loss. It's just like if someone drops a can of tomatoes on the ground and it's dented, you write it off. A glass breaks, you write it off. People
But
return
you can
things, you
only
write it
write
off.
off
So it's
so
that same.
much. You can
Yeah, but you still
only
have
go up
the
to a certain amount.
yeah, but you still have the packaging and everything. I mean, it's not going to hit your business enough to destroy you. And I mean, even
Right.
then, I'm sure there's some type of financial policy from the government that would probably cover that type of loss. Because there are so
Well,
many loopholes, anyways.
I don't know
So
about Canada, but I mean, I know here, like in the United States, and that's all I can really speak to, is that you only have a certain amount of money that you can actually use as theft, you know? And it's not even necessarily
well, I mean, that's what I'm
that
saying. They can put it
much that you
as
can.
damaged food. They can put it as spoiled. It doesn't have to necessarily go down as theft. I mean, they can they have the carton. They can just be like, oh, it was punctured when it came.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're thinking too, this person's coming into your store and they're stealing your stuff that you paid for. I mean, like I had previously told you, I mean, I used to run my family's business. We had a retail store and shoplifting and people stealing stuff, it's no fun,
No,
because you
yeah,
paid for that merchandise that somebody just came
but
in
but
and, swiped from you.
but we have to go back again to this is food though. This is not a luxury item. This is not like
It doesn't
don't
matter
need it.
if
This
it's
is something
food
you
or it's something else.
but it doesn't it's
Like, you
not the
got to
same
think
though.
too, it is
I'm
because
starving,
somebody.
Fernando.
You can't just walk into my house and steal my stuff. That's not okay just because you're starving.
No, don't say
There are
stuff.
other
Food. Only talking about food, not
doesn't
anything
matter.
else.
It's a tangible item. It's a thing and it's something that I bought. So just because you're hungry
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you have the right to steal it from me. Like I understand you're hungry,
I
but there are other options and there's
yeah.
other methods. Right now, I can tell you that there's a lot of other in the United States, I don't know about Canada, there's a lot of resources that are available. There's a lot of shelters, there's food banks, there's
That
places
hold on.
like churches,
That's
soup
not true
kitchens.
though.
It
That's not
is.
true. Those are in major cities though. If you're in Los Angeles, yes. If you're in the suburbs, no. You're not going to find a
Well,
soup kitchen everywhere. You're not going to find a church that gives you something. I mean, literally, you can really be high and dry depending on where you are. If you're in a rural area, sorry. I mean, it depends on how rich the area you are in that has people donating to these places to give food. One good thing about this country is that they have a law that you're not allowed. Well, you are allowed to eat. You're allowed to eat in the anywhere in the store. Like you could steal the food and eat it there, and you won't be arrested. But they
and what
also have
where
a
is this
zero
at?
waste law. So in France.
Okay.
They have a zero waste law where they're not allowed to, grocery stores throw a lot of food away that's close to the expiration date or that has already expired. And then some places will because like I said, we're talking about grocery stores, so that's already built into your business model. So
Mhm.
some places used to pour bleach on the food or ammonia or destroy the food in some way so that people couldn't take it, and they outlawed that, and now they have to donate it to food charities so that people, because they believe that no one deserves to be hungry. So I think it's the same type of thing, like even if it's in the US, Canada, or anywhere, is no one does deserve to be hungry. I really do. It's not, I don't think it's the same thing as someone coming to take my watch or take something, a tangible item. Food is it's a human right. We all deserve to eat. So I mean, someone
That's
breaking into
true
your home is
too.
not the same thing.
But what you got to think too is why didn't she just ask the shop owner, "Hey, you know what? I'm really down on my luck right now. Do you have any, fruits or vegetables that are going bad that you're going to be throwing away?" Or,
Because they've never done that, and who would think to ask that? Like realistically, have you ever thought to ask someone like if you were hungry, like, "Hey, I'm hungry." I mean, we see homeless people with signs, and people walk by them like nothing.
Mhm.
Just they're asking for something to eat. So
Well, they didn't say this lady was
realistically,
homeless. She didn't like appear, to be homeless. Did
true.
they, you know?
No,
But
he didn't say, but he put it in her coat. But I mean, who steals cucumbers and tomatoes? Not someone who's like,
uh,
I
I
mean,
don't know. I
really,
just
cucumbers,
the way
tomatoes, and
that
oranges.
the way that I look at it, like, you know what, the shop owner paid for that stuff and this person stole it. So that shop owner actually had to pay for the merchandise and that person came in and stole stuff from them. Now, I mean, it would be a different story if she would have gone around and found, fruit trees or vegetable trees or an avocado tree and, picked the fruit off of it. I mean, still, that would be illegal if she's going onto someone's private property to take it. But at the same time, at least the shop owner didn't go and pay money out of their
Have you
pocket
ever
to
done
buy
that,
it.
Fernando? Have
No,
you ever
actually, I
taken
haven't.
a? I have. I
Really?
have stolen avocados off of a tree before,
Oh my gosh.
and I ate them with delight.
With delight. But I mean, here,
I
like in the
did
United
because, like
States,
I told you, remember
the big
avocados like
ones.
this.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean, here, like a lot of people have like fruit trees and different things like that, and a lot of times, a lot of their fruit is going to waste. It falls off, and they
yeah,
just
but
leave it, and then it
there's some people who
rots.
don't care.
Yeah.
Because the same story when I was eating the avocado. It was actually my neighbor, and she got so mad at me. She's like, "You little thief!" And then
Was this
she
recently?
no, the avocados
Okay.
don't grow in this country. This was when I
Okay.
was a kid back in California.
Oh.
And she picked up she picked up one of the rotten avocados and threw it at me. And
Have
it's
you
been-
seen Have you seen the movie The Heat with Melissa McCarthy and what's her name, Sandra Bullock?
no, but you ask me about a movie every episode.
Well, there's this scene that Melissa
Have you seen
McCarthy.
Little Fires Everywhere?
I have. So there's this scene with Melissa McCarthy, and she's chasing this guy, and he falls over a fruit thing. She picks up a watermelon, she throws it at him, it hits him, he falls down, it falls to the ground, and it breaks. But it just
I love
that
her.
made me think about that right now, and it just made me laugh inside. But
I
um,
you've never had like a well no when I was when I was even younger than that, I remember because I loved animals so much. I was probably like younger than 5. Um, I went to my neighbor's hen house, and I don't know how it happened, but all the neighborhood kids ended up being in the same farm, and then we started having an egg fight,
oh my
and
gosh,
throwing
that
the
is
eggs at each other.
gross. That is disgusting. I could not deal with that.
And we let hold on, and then we let all the animals out. And we're chasing the animals all around the farm. That's just another story. I was just thinking of that right now.
Oh my goodness. You're
I
a little
know.
deviant. You're a little bad kid. But you
I wasn't a
guys,
bad kid. I loved animals that much. Yeah.
you let them out and you threw their eggs.
No, I didn't throw them. The other kid threw them, and then
Oh.
I was there.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you for joining us on another episode of Reddit on Reddit. If you liked this episode, you can give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, then give us a thumbs down. If you like our stuff, if you like our show, we'd love it if you guys would subscribe. Our goal is to get to 100 followers. So yeah, if just give us a subscribe or give us a like, and let us know in the comments, what you guys think about stealing fruit or taking it, being hungry.
Or is it stealing?
Yeah, is it stealing? And what are your opinions and what is your take on it? But you guys, thank you for joining us on another episode of Reddit on Reddit.
On Reddit.
From the Fernando and Freddy Show.
Why isn't my name first?